We started this picnic probably about 10 plus years ago, and the idea was that let's build some nice anticipation up to the end of the year. And so we had 100 days breakfast, and then we have this 50 days picnic. And then the other events that are primarily senior events would be a leavers dinner on May 18th. That's just for the senior class and some faculty. It's sort of a English tradition where they don't have graduations in England. They have a final dinner. And so this is a way just to enjoy a dinner together for the senior class in here. The next event will be the mother-son lunch, which is on May 31st. And there's an honors night right after that, but then, as I said, mainly senior events I'm highlighting, and then graduation on June the 2nd, that Thursday. Some of you know, but I thought tonight I'd just make it clear to everybody. The speaker for graduation is Tom Schulman. Tom is a MBA graduate of the class of 1968. He's a screenwriter, and so he wrote Dead Poets Society, and he wrote all the Honey, I Shrunk the Kids movies, and he wrote Medicine Man, and he wrote about 10 other films. Tom is a very private individual. And you can imagine somebody like me who likes the world of an English teacher and realizing that he, told that story of Dead Poets Society. I really wanted to get to know Tom. And I have gotten to know him very well. In fact, he invited my wife and me to go up to New York to see an off-Broadway version of Dead Poets Society starring the actor that plays Ted Lasso. What's his first name? What's his name? Jason Sudeikis, is that right? And so I've had some great experiences with Tom. He, as I said earlier, he's very private, very creative, very thoughtful, and I think it'll be a treat for the seniors and for the families. So that's June the 2nd. The program tonight is relatively simple. Two seniors will make some comments. I think the mothers remember that my saying at the mother-son dinner a week ago tonight. In fact, I wanted to highlight that Jackson's here, so we get to see Jackson twice in 1 week at these events. And he's actually been coming to some classes, and so it's just been really nice to have you back, Jackson, and glad you're here tonight. So as I was saying, the program is sweet and short. Two seniors will make some comments, and as I said at the mother-son dinner, I had about 7 more seniors or so that wanted to speak about their moms, and so I had to figure out the times for them to do it, so 2 tonight, and then the rest for the mother-son lunch in May. Before the first student comes up, Charlie Coase wanted to make an announcement, so I'm going to ask Charlie to come up and talk about a t-shirt that he wants everybody to consider getting.
Hi everybody, so I'm the treasurer of the senior class, and we are doing one last fundraiser to raise money for our class gift, and it's a class t-shirt. I'm sure a lot of you have already seen the email that I sent out about a week ago, and we are going to close the sale for the t-shirts tomorrow night, so just wanted to remind everyone that to buy the t-shirt, and it's a great gift for your graduating senior and to celebrate the class. The t-shirts are $25, and they have a list of all the seniors on the back. Thank you, guys.
Speaking about a list of all the seniors, somewhere about halfway down on the right is where this senior class will be listed on the glass panes. Somebody's asked me occasionally if we have enough room for the future. So when we come all the way down here, we can start going up there. So there's this building should accommodate a lot of names for a long time. I should also probably highlight some events this week. I know that some of the students and faculty would want me to say that tonight. One-act plays begin tomorrow night, I think, and go through Friday. There's a big tennis tournament here on Friday as well. The Carter tournament is also on Saturday. And then in Dada, the Arts Festival is Saturday from 11 till 3, right out in the quadrangle. And it's supposed to be beautiful weather this weekend. So we're fortunate to have that, that temperature and weather prediction. All right, I'm going to ask Ian to come on up now and make some comments.
Good evening. First, I would like to thank each and every one of you parents for sending your son to MBA. It has been a pleasure to get to know all the boys in this class. The class of 22 is a special one that I'm honored to be a part of. For that, I owe a debt of gratitude not only to the parents who sent their sons here, but also to each boy sitting here today. We have grown together over the past 4 to 6 years, and it has been a uniquely rewarding experience to see everyone become kind gentlemen, exemplary scholars, and hardworking athletes. But there's one person in particular that I would like to thank most of all, my mother. Mom, my classmates and I are going to walk across the stage at graduation sooner than 50 days from now. I want you and every mother here to know that although we will be leaving Montgomery Bell Academy, we will forever be Mama's boys. The classic insult that every one of us has heard for 6 years, and one that I denied and laughed at until now when I realized that I owe everything to you. Not just my life, though. I'm talking more about your endless support that got me through a school that has been at times difficult and very challenging. A school that has pushed me to leave my comfort zone time and time again. A school that I am proud to be a part of. I'm a proud mama's boy, and even wearing my I Love Mom socks that you gave me for Christmas 2 years ago. So thank you for everything, Mom. For sending me to MBA, for always being there for me, and for being the most loving and caring mother to me, Ava, Elise, and Beans. The things you do for us never go unnoticed, but too frequently do they go without praise. We are so thankful for you, Mom, and words cannot express how much we love you. Even when you think I might be pushing your hugs away, I promise I love them and are thankful for them too. They never fail to cheer me up, even if I try to escape quickly to go to my room and desperately try to memorize a poem that is a week overdue. I vividly remember when we were halfway to Knoxville to tour UT, and you jokingly remarked, "This is where we would meet each other halfway, every week. It's only an hour and a half drive each." When the reality of this distance set in, you immediately began trying to persuade me to go to Vanderbilt. Some of my favorite bribes were, "I'll do your laundry every week for you, and you can always have a free dinner with me and Dad." Now that I've enrolled in Vanderbilt, I promise I will take you up on both of those offers. But even better than both of those is the fact that you and your hugs will only be 20 minutes away. I won't need to drive an hour or a few hours to see you. A lot of colleges had great things going for them, but no college on my list could boast that the best mom in the world was 20 minutes away. So many guys have told me that they would hate going to school in Nashville, but I guess they don't have moms as awesome as mine, because I'm pretty darn excited to see you and be near you. For your hugs and everything else, Mom, thank you. I hope you were surprised by this speech, even though you saw the text I sent Dad asking to bring my I Love Mom socks. And I hope that it makes up for all the dirty clothes I have currently on the kitchen floor and my bathroom floor, or for deleting Life 360 the other day. And for every one of you guys here today, try to hug your moms for the next 50 days. Like me, I know that you will miss them when you're at college. And Dad, I also love you, but this is a mom speech, so love you too, Dad.
Thank you, Ian. It's also a privilege to have a number of boys that enjoy performing and playing music, and Mr. Frederick always helps me out with these events. So we're going to have the jazz group come up now and perform.
Like
Thank you all. I think they hire out for parties if you want to talk to them afterwards. This afternoon, I watched a good bit of the baseball game, which we won 8-7, and I watched Billy Morris pitch about, what, 5 innings, Billy, is that right? And he is now going to come up and speak, so join me in welcoming Billy.
So I thought it was funny listening to what Ian said about his dad, because just a second ago my dad was complaining that there's yet another Mother's event this spring. So I'm sorry, Dad, but this speech is also not for you. This is for Mom. So I'm also glad that I get to speak today because after jokingly telling my mom last week that I was speaking for her, she laughed in my face. And but then I replied, well, Mom, what if I did speak? And she said she'd be so shocked that she would probably faint. So that's when I knew that it was a perfect opportunity to make a speech. So here you go, Mom. Since starting at MBA, me and my mom have had a tradition where before any big test or project or sporting event, she places her fist in mine, closes her eyes, and transfers what she calls the power to me. Now this is her way of symbolizing her giving me good luck. And while this action seems strange, or possibly a time crunch as I need to rush off to school, it alleviates the stress and gives me confidence and trust in myself. And my mom could care less about my scores and reminds me endlessly that she would love me no matter what I achieve. My mom has the kindest heart and the ability to put a smile on anyone around her's face. Not only does my mom have an amazing smile, or not only can my mom put a smile on everyone else's face, but she has an amazing smile herself. My favorite example of this is any Mother's Day, Christmas, or birthday when my dad, my brothers, and I get her presents. As my brothers and I are not excellent at getting gifts for girls, we always fear that she's not going to like whatever we get her. However, it never fails that every time my mom opens a gift, it is the single greatest thing that has ever been given to her, and you cannot help but smile with gratitude at her reaction. Just last Christmas, my dad got her a paper shredder, and my mom was ecstatic about the amount of clutter that she could clear out of her closet. But it's not just my mom's smile that allows her to connect with those around her. Growing up in a small town of Loretto where everybody knows everybody, my mom has always valued her friendships and is caring to every person she meets. For instance, when I was younger, I'd always shop with my mom at Kroger, and each time that we went, we would always stop and talk to a man named Reggie who worked in the frozen food sections. When I asked my mom recently if she remembered Reggie, she said that she had talked to him just the other day and he still remembered my name and asked me how I was doing. Similarly, my mom has played a game on her phone for years called Words with Friends, which she claims that she has mastered. My mom has played this game for over 10 years with a lady that has moved out of Nashville, and although my mom claims that she beats her every single time, she continues to play with her. And she says that she lets her win. But the real reason that my mom lets her win isn't just to have someone else to play against. It's so that she doesn't lose a friendship, a bond that my mom never breaks. Taking care of 3 boys is a task in and of itself, but my mom always tries to find more work. My mom stayed up late at night reading extensive text over personal training and finally got her license to train her close friends. My mom even wanted to become a personal trainer for my dad and I. I decided to try her regimen for a few weeks, but after realizing that it probably wouldn't be the coolest thing for my mom to train me, I gave it up. My dad also went for a few lessons, but after leaving the workout room drenched in sweat and humiliated by his wife screaming at him to do another sit-up, he also gave it up. But whether or not the rest of my family stayed committed to those lessons didn't matter. Since personal training, my mom now works at an interior design store, and her work ethic and ability to juggle anything that is thrown at her inspires me and my brothers and helps us strive to be the best sons and people that we can be each and every day. No matter what is going on, my mom drives down to Loretto every single Sunday to visit her mom, who is now 92. On top of that, she calls her every day to talk with her to see how she's doing and to make sure that the staff at her nursing home is taking good care of her. Mom, I hope that when I get older, I have the same love and compassion that you show towards your mother, and I hope to visit you every chance that I get. My mom has always claimed that no matter where I choose to go to college, that she would stop everything she is doing and move to the same town that I end up. Now, while many times that I heard this, I always grinned or laughed at the idea, But now that I come to the end of my high school experience, I can now say that, Mom, I would love for you to come live with me, because every extra second that I can be with you truly is a blessing, and I know that without you, I'd be completely lost. So with that, I would like to say, Mom, thank you for everything that you do for me, Sam, Houston, and Dad. And from the boys, I love you, Mom.
Thank you, Billy. We have 2 songs to close the night, I think, so would that group please come on up now? all of you for performing tonight. As I said earlier, it really is a privilege to have guys that are willing to get up and perform music at all sorts of events. It is a special privilege to have boys get up and talk about their moms or their dads with such openness and vulnerability. I was having this discussion today with someone about some 1995 graduate, and he was asking me about the nature of the school, and I said, well, we lead first talking about the culture of the school and that we hope it's a great place, and then we talk about you have added value by having all boys, and you see it in the classroom, you see it when they get up here at the podium or sing. I hope that you all have a great journey. It's not 50 days, as Ian reminded me in his talk. It's more like 44 days, I think, Ian. I counted after I read your talk earlier today. And I thank you for sending your sons to MBA and being part of this community. So as I said at the beginning, it'd be a short and sweet night. Thanks for being here, and look forward to seeing you all at many other occasions.